All right, we're on fire now, so let's write another test class. This time for our Apple Watch trigger. As a reminder, our Apple Watch trigger is part of our Dreamforce promotion that'll give all our potential customers a free Apple Watch. The trigger itself just creates a new task every time an opportunity is inserted. Our goal remains the same: get 100% code coverage. Since our trigger always runs when an opportunity is created, all we need to do in our test class is create an opportunity. This will force all of the code in the Apple Watch trigger to run and give us 100% code coverage. Not too bad, right? Back to Maven's Mate. I'm going to use the same test class template as last time. The only difference here is our test class will be called Apple Watch Test instead, according to our naming best practices. The first thing I'm going to do is rename our test method to create opportunity. This is optional, but it helps make things a little less generic. Inside the scope of our create opportunity test method, I'm going to create a new opportunity and assign it to our variable OPP. So far, OPP is an opportunity that only exists in our code. It does not get saved to our database until we specifically insert it. Next, I'll update the name field, which is required. Then, the stage field, which is also required. This field has an API name called stage name. It's a pickless field, but Apex treats text and pickless fields the exact same way. I'll pick prospecting, one of our predefined stage values for opportunities. The last required field on opportunities is the close date. Up until now, we've only updated text, picklist, ID, and number fields in code. For the first time, though, we have to update a date field. Since dates have special features built into them, such as time zones and leap years, creating dates isn't as simple as typing out a string such as 11/15/2020. Fear not, there's a special syntax we can use to access date functions. To access date functions, we simply type date, then a period, then suddenly Maven's Mate gives us a bunch of functions we can now access. The one we want is called today. And as you expect, this function returns a specially formatted date for today's date. There's a whole bunch of technical explanations for what we just did, but for now, know that there's special keywords we can use such as date, and we can access its functions by typing a dot after it. If you're not using Maven's Mate or another high-quality coding editor, you might have to Google these functions instead of having them automatically presented to you. Maven's Mate, you and I are a match made in heaven. Now that we've set all the required fields for opportunities, all we need to do is insert OPP. I'm going to save, bring up the test window, and run Apple Watch test. 100% code coverage. Amazing. This test class was easier to write than the trigger itself.